Alright, back down to Jeff's garage. I went ahead and pulled off the carburetors. They were completely gummed up. We're going to take them back to the house and get them rebuilt. We also took the radiator out. The radiator on the front side, the fan had struck the radiator, water pump had failed, and it was in such poor shape that it wouldn't even twist anymore. It's just almost to the verge of being locked up. So we went ahead and took the radiator down to the Interstate Radiator in Charleston, had it completely redone. I had actually an extra core. We just had it rotted out and put the new top of the tank on it. So we're going to go ahead and get some work knocked out. Maybe see some folks after a bit. The car is moving right along. We're just at this point just trying to get it to run, see what we have to work with. Alright, since we got our carburetors off our 67, we're going to go ahead and rebuild them. They were completely gummed up. They weren't even actually functional. But I got somewhat broke loose on this one, but the fuel supply is just completely plugged up. So we got this one already sitting in the tank. We let it sit for a day. We got it cleaned up. We'll start rebuilding this one, and we're waiting for the carburetor kit. Alright, we have our radiator mounted. Got a new line cut put in. Got to get a new belt for it. Looks fairly decent. Nice clean job. It is not leaking. Next step, we're going to go ahead and pull the fuel tank, but knocking the loose rust out of the back. You have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bolts that has to be removed. Drop the fuel tank. Alright, after close examination of our fuel tank, we have a couple of holes that are in our tank. And all in all, it just looks horrible. I think we're going to go ahead and just replace it with a new tank. You can line them, and they'll, give it some more years of service. But I think this one has probably just had it, so we're going to go ahead and just replace it. Alright, we went ahead and opened up the fuel sending unit just to inspect it. As you can see, it's pretty cruddy on the inside. You have a one contact which actually rides along the float, and then you have also the pickup where it rides up and down to, for the sending unit to transmit to the fuel gauge to allow it to register what's in the tank. So it is pretty cruddy. We're going to try to save it up. My view of it is you can't lose anything you didn't have in the first place. So we're going to play around with it, clean it up, and see what we got. We did get the fuel sending unit corrected on it, and it is working, as you can see. So it is working fairly well. So all in all, we're 50-50. Got fixed the fuel sending unit and lost the tank. So alright, we got the carburetors rebuilt and re-put back on there. Trying to decipher, looks like whoever the previous owner was just kind of laid the choke wire over and has it routed from the passenger side vent somewhere. I don't know what's going on with that. So, but we got the carburetors rebuilt. Alright, we're doing our pre-inspection before we fire our car up. We've got the carburetors already mounted. This thermostat, before you fire one up, it's been sitting for a long time. Take the thermostat out, inspect the thermostat. You can see this one would never work. It caused us more headaches than anything. So, had it stuck. Anytime you have two dissimilar metals, if you just heat it up, just took the torch and heated it up a little bit, just came right apart without tearing up the studs or having any major problems with it. So we're going to get the new thermostat in it, and we're going to fire it up. Alright, the golden moment. We're going to see if we have a running engine or not. We replaced the thermostat, got a new belt on it, got the new radiator in it, got the radiator topped off. Also, I wanted to show you, since we don't have a fuel tank, we got a 5-gallon bucket. Fuel can with the fuel pump primed into it. we go. Dead on cold. Thermostat must have went out on it. Sounds pretty good. Alright, we've let it set and run for a little bit. Top of the tank is good and warm, so it tells me the thermostat is opened up. Should be warm here as well, which it is. It's idling pretty good for warm up. Then just mess around with it. Idle probably just a tad low. Just a nice sounding engine. Oil pressure at idle, hot idle. It's around 40. So that's acceptable. When we tear it down, we may throw a set of new bearings in it. Temperature running about 140, not bad. And out the exhaust, no smoke. What a nice engine. So we're going to sit and let it run from 25 years of crap sitting around in it, drain the water out of it, and probably go get our tank for long.